回ペンチ持ってくればよかったね。サンドラーは今日に限って。
長い間住んどったから。もうちょっと短くしかさっき上がりながら
これでこのぐらい？
ああ上がり
これで
もうちょっと待つ、あ上がりこれぐらいで
マジで？いけるんじゃない？
ちょっと少ない
いけるんじゃない？
抜けへんよ
いけるんじゃない？なんでよ。いいじゃん。ぶちましゃえへんやん。こう来て、ここで曲げる。
さっきだよ。今曲げちゃいけない。
At 6'2", I should have never taken up Japanese boat building.
Would you have made the stand higher?
Oh, you bet I would.
Yeah.
Up to my chin.
Oh yeah. So this is Douglas Brooks that we're watching in Miyoshi, Hiroshima. And Douglas has written many books, and Apprentice, this is his 10th apprentice with a Japanese boat builder, wooden boat builder in Japan. And here is a traditional wooden cormorant boat. And this is the master here that we're watching. And he is taking on Douglas as his last apprentice before he retires. They've been working on this. Yeah, another week until it's done.
Oh, hi.
ついたら、
どうぞ。どうぞ。はい。上から少し上。ああ、こっちから。ああ、そうですか。はい。
それと、
はい。普通のつば。ああ、OK。
つばで、
はい。普通のつば。
はい。
こういうふうに。
こうか。
はい。
はい。で、ここ、もう一回。
はい。
Of Japanese tools. They're using a combination of traditional tools as well as modern tools, some electric. But the tradition of wooden boat building uses a lot of beautiful handmade wooden tools. They had a little fire in here to keep warm. You can see the charcoal next to the pit here. Are you doing this too, Yoshinori? Amazing.
と。
もっとこうかな。あ、いいかい。いい。ちょっとここ広げてください。
あ、OK。
入りやすい。
はい。はい。こっち真ん中じゃない。こっちです。はい。
先にちょっとここほっときますか。
はい。あ、弦の。そう、平ら。そう。頭は外、内。
こう進むからこうかな。
そうです。はい。
掘らないといけないから。ここ
穴。
はい。ここ。
はい。OK。OK です。
これ取った方がいいかな。
Okay. All right. ありがとう。 一部ぐらい。
Yeah, so.
Okay.
This is Douglas Brooks. He is an American Japanese traditional wooden boat building expert who's written lots of books on Japanese boat building. And here in Miyoshi. And he is apprenticing with a Miyoshi wooden boat for cormorant fishing. And Douglas came over to be his last apprentice before he retires. I love how this boat building master keeps his pencil under his hat on this side. And he's teaching Douglas here, step by step, how to make this style of boat. Now, Douglas wrote a book on cormorant boat building in Aichi?
Gifu.
Gifu, thank you, Douglas. Yeah, they are using the old ways pretty much, using chisels and hand tools mostly. I did see some electric tools, but mostly it is traditional tools. And this is sponsored by the Miyoshi DMO. So they have invited people who have an interest to come and watch them making this boat. So it is open to the public. And they will be launching the boat into the river next week, end of the month. So that's quite exciting. I hope to come back for the river launch too. Douglas was saying how different this boat is from the boat that he worked on, the cormorant fishing boat in a different part of Japan. And this is a very different, unique style here in Miyoshi. Very long and beautiful. And then behind, Douglas was saying, the wooden pieces behind here, this is the stencil for making the tourist viewing boat that goes alongside the cormorant fishing boat. And so they'll be building that as well, so that the people who want to watch the cormorant fishing, they don't go in the boat with the fishermen, they go in this viewing boat. So not so far from here in Yamaguchi, in Kintaikyo area of Iwakuni, they also have this tradition of cormorant fishing. Miyoshi here in Hiroshima is the only Hiroshima area that has this tradition still going. And people are asking about the filmmaker. This is a Japanese-American documentary filmmaker who's also here documenting Douglas's journey as he's an apprentice here, learning from Miyoshi Japan. Thank you for your good work.
Okay. Oh, go man.
One of the people who joined live said he's a wooden boat builder as well. It's wonderful.
コンクリートはダメ。
また
ドーマー欲しいです。あ、本当ですかね。あ、そう。ね、重で。ああ。すごい。
Douglas, what's happening here? Can you explain that?
No, it's too amazing.
Okay.
いいですか。おお、そうそうそう。オッケー、わかりました。はい。
わしの方が綺麗
どうで。そう。お箸にタイは大丈夫ですか。
大丈夫。
ああ、そうですか。
やりましょうか、僕は。
やりましょうか。そういう感じ。
いいですか。
全部こういう情報を聞いて、こう合わせる。もうこれが4枚5枚違う。このぐらいは。
牛は、あ、ここで。こっちの、もう。
どっちでもいい。
真ん中
全部決まってくる。
ああ、その辺。
真ん中は大丈夫。
大丈
いいです。これは。
夫。どっちでもいい。好きならこっちでもこっちでもいい。
Okay.
どっちでも。
Either one.
そう。
Yeah.
下の役割です。そうです。つまのみで。こうやってやってたんです。
So we're creating what's called a clench nail. So the nail comes through, and now the tip gets bent over, right? And now that will fold right into the boat. か?
はい。
So I went this way. So I want to go this way. 同じですか?
どっちでも同じでもどっちでもいい。
So I went outside. So I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I want to go this way. There's a lot of this kind of nailing in Asian boat building.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit in Western boat building. Hi.
出てない？出てない。
おー、少し。
少し。
少し。はい。大きい。
大きい。
大きい弦の。
はい。さっきだけ叩かない。ここ叩くから出る。ここ叩かない。
そう。
ここだけ。
わかりました。
いい？
はい。
これでそこにこう踏ませて。
はい。はい。
How long have you been at it? When did you start?
About a week ago. Just
Today.
yeah.
This morning? Like early morning?
Oh, today when we
Uh-huh.
started. Oh, we started at 8:30 or 9.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're ready for a lunch break or
Yeah. Guess it's lunch break.
yeah. So we had some people joining it live.
Great.
There's good Wi-Fi here.
Oh, great.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you've been here for a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are lots of techniques here that I've never seen before, which is like manna from heaven for me. You know, this is my 10th apprenticeship with a boat builder in Japan. And so, you know, I tried hard to kind of geographically cover as much of the country as I can. I've studied from Aomori in the far north to Okinawa in the south. In the early part of my research career, it was all sea boats. And it was only later that I finally studied with riverboat builders. And it's really quite different. The designs are quite different, the techniques are different, and the words are different. So if you look in the back of my book, Japanese Wooden Boat Building, I have a glossary because with every single one of my teachers, I had to learn new vocabulary. Yeah, not entirely, but you know, a significant amount. And that's been true here, but it's also been great. It's another riverboat. And Tenko-san uses some really interesting techniques I'd never seen before. So that's just, I can't ask for anything better than that.
He
So.
seems like a great teacher. and he has so much energy, and I love to see him smile. And
Yeah.
you've
Well, he's
had
very-
a variety of teachers. over the
Variety of
years.
personalities, variety of teachers, but he's, very austere. He's very serious about what we're doing. No compromises on the quality of the work. And, that runs right across all my experiences in Japan. Just seriousness. That's what matters. That's what they're looking for. So, yeah, I try to be the best apprentice I can be.
That's wonderful. So for the 2 weeks, you've made progress. And today, what I was just watching, can you just explain a little bit of what you were
So
doing?
we've put the 2 lower planks on. There'll be a final pair of planks that will be nearly vertical. But before we can put those on, we have to put these beams in. And they obviously hold those bottom planks at the proper angle, support them. And then next, probably this afternoon, we'll start working on, from some of this material, getting our 2 final side planks. Then there'll be another beam at the top of the hull, a deck, which is actually the Usho seat at the stern, maybe a rub rail around the boat. But yeah, we're close, I think.
Are you also working on the viewing boat?
No,
or just this?
I'm just here for this. I go home in a couple of weeks, yeah.
Are you going to be here for the boat launch at the end of the month?
Unfortunately, I can't. We are going to put this boat in the water, but they're going to have an official launching ceremony with the opening of ukai season, which makes sense. And that's when I'll ask for photographs, because my goal, Chikara-san will be putting together a documentary, and I'll be writing a book, a how-to book on how these boats are built. Bit of the history and the culture around it, but primarily focused on recording these techniques. And with all my books, my goal is to write a manuscript that would allow a competent woodworker to replicate this boat. So I take it to that level of detail. And the other thing I do is I only record my teacher's dimensions. So in other words, I don't apply Western naval architecture rules. To me, every Japanese boat builder had their own system. And to me, that's as an important a piece of culture to preserve as anything else. And so when I do my Japanese boat drawings and things like that, I only use my teacher's dimensions. So for instance, in the design world, we needed cross-sectional dimensions to create the shape of the boat, to lay out the width of the bottom, the width of the sides, et cetera. So the angle of the sides. That all took place at these beam locations. So that's 3 locations. The transom also sets an angle, right? In Western boat building, that would be considered absolutely absurd. You would divide this boat up into 10, 12, 15 cross sections. And that's how I always worked in America, and it took that as second nature. But again, coming to Japan and seeing how Japanese boat builders do it, and seeing how they each had an individual, sometimes an individual set of, I don't remember my English now, wari, proportions. I realized I've got to record that. And I don't need to apply Western naval architecture, because with these 3 stations, we can build the boat. There's no more needed. And if you don't mind me droning on, one of the things that impresses me about Japanese boat building is the way it's sort of stripped everything down to the minimum required. I find that, as a craftsperson, I find that really interesting. That craftspeople, they had to work fast, they were fighting to survive, and so they made the process as easy and straightforward as possible. And I've seen some remarkable techniques, toward that. So anyway, beat a dead horse. I try to record all that.
That's
Yeah.
important. And then
Yeah.
you'll teach that on to your students. You'll
Yeah.
document it in the books,
Yeah.
and you're
So there-
documenting in the film.
So this substitutes for a drawing, right? Western naval architecture. He has these patterns, and this pattern fits here. This pattern fits up here and shows you the bevel.
So these as well over here, right? These are
Yeah, those are for a different boat.
a different boat.
Yeah, different boat. So anyway, yeah.
So then it's like a model for
It's a pattern, yeah.
a pattern.
Yeah, I mean, if you make clothing, you know what a pattern
Yeah.
is. It's the same thing, yeah. So,
And then what you were doing with him with the nails.
yeah. So, yeah, fastening this, we sent a nail up through the outside plank, through the beam, twisted it, then bent the tip over and bent the whole shaft of the nail over to, and that tip grabbed the beam. That's called, in the Western world, that's called a clench nail. It clenches. And as I said, that's a very popular style of fastening in Asia. There's a lot of unusual fastenings like that in Asian boat building.
This is the first time you've done that style?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's crazy, but that's what I live for, you know?
And then talk about your hat, your souvenir. For
Yeah,
everybody.
so I struggled for a long time. I probably was the worst gift giver that Japan has ever seen. I would bring over things like maple syrup and chamomile tea, and
You
I
didn't like
present.
maple syrup?
So imagine you sit down with someone in Japan and you say, you drain the maple tree and then you boil it, and here it is. Time and time again, the gifts I would bring would bomb. And finally, I hit upon this. I designed this hat, and that says wasen, which means traditional Japanese boat.
Okay.
And everyone has been thrilled as when I came up with this gift. And so I made a new hat for Tenkyo-san and the Usho that I brought here, and it says Ukai Bune, or cormorant fishing boat. So
That's very cool.
yeah, I hit the jackpot. So
That's
I
wonderful.
finally figured it out. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
So you're gonna have a lunch break. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
sure, thank you.
I'm glad it's open to the public, so people can still come for another few days.
Yeah. Well into this coming week. Yeah.
And
Yep.
how much longer till you finish? Another few days?
4 days.
4
maybe?
days? Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining.
Okay.
Awesome.
Good. My batteries just died.